Well, what's this thing here?
My science fair project.
Ooh. Can you tell us a little bit about your science project?
Well, it's to find a relationship between the type of recycled paper and the print quality, because you know how on the sides of like those printer paper, I'm not gonna talk loud, people will hear me. You know, like how on the sides of the printer paper it had like, oh, this is 10% recycled paper. Well, it's like I was wondering why can't it be like more than that, like 20% or 30%. So, and I also a few months earlier, before I realized that, there was instructions in the Daring Book for Girls book about how to make recycled paper. So it just kind of popped in my head, you know. And then what I did, I shredded.
Can you explain your procedures?
I was just doing that. I was just doing that.
All right.
But that's cool. So like, oh, now I lost my train of thought. Okay, so there's 3 types of recycled paper. One made out of used printer paper. One made out of cardboard, and another made out of newspaper. And then the control was non-recycled paper. And so I made the recycled paper. I shredded each one into like little pieces and put them into separate buckets. And then for each piece of paper, I blended it together with water. And then after it was all blended together nicely, yeah.
Is that the blending right there?
Right here, yeah. That's like afterwards. That's for the used printer paper. And then this one shows that I'm making the pulp for it with liquid starch and the pulp the stuff that was in here. And then this is the screen that I used to like get the.
You're making the paper, I think.
Dad, I just said that I was doing that.
Oh, okay.
So, and then
oh, it's fascinating. What's that over there, the stack on the right?
Oh, these are my samples. Since I didn't really have time on my side, I had to make this one big sheet of paper and have to cut them into smaller pieces. And so.
Why are there dots in those things?
That's how I tested the print quality. Because the smaller the ink dot, the better the print quality. And so this was cardboard, this was newspaper, this was used printer paper, and this was the control. And as you can see, the control had better print quality than all of them. But if you took out the control and just showed these 3, out of all of these, the newspaper paper had better print quality than the other 2. But like the fact that the control had better print, the printer paper had better print quality. I'm like thinking that maybe the more a piece of paper gets recycled, the worse the print quality gets. Maybe
is that what your graphics mean there?
No, this one is like the averages of the ink dots, the diameters of the ink dots, and then this is the standard deviation. And as you can see, newspaper, like if you compare newspaper with the used printer paper and the cardboard, it has a smaller bar. But then you look at the control. So I'm like thinking that maybe the more you recycle paper, the worse the print quality gets. Maybe it's because the fibers got weakened during the recycling process. Oh, that's embarrassing. And then
so what's your conclusion?
My conclusion is that newspaper paper has better print quality than the 2 recycled papers that I tested. But then, like I said, I'm thinking that the more you recycle paper, the worse the print quality gets. So, because maybe the fibers got weakened, making the paper have a greater porosity. So maybe if I was to continue, let's just say if I were to continue this project, I would like I would find a way to test the porosity of each paper to see like which one has the greatest porosity, stuff like that.
So do you think we'll still use paper in the future with the iPads and all the?
Wait, what?
The iPads.
No, like, can you start the question all
tablets.
Over? Can you start the question?
We'll use paper in the future?
We'll use paper?
In the future?
Don't we use paper now?
Well, do you think we'll ever not use paper?
I don't think so.
Why not?
Like,
what's the difference?
What? Well, maybe that we'll be so used to technology that we'll find a way to not use paper at all, and then maybe that would be better for the environment, to tell you the truth, because less paper, less trees to kill.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. Well, thank you for the explanation. A relationship. Oh, we have some audience here. What are they doing?
Looking at this
hello.
project. Hey, Dad.
He's the smarter one.
The amount of oil cleaned up. Jessica Padulon. The relationship between the type of recycled paper and the print quality of the paper. Jacqueline Solani.
Go, Jen.
Go, Jackie Woo!
Alexander Smith.